Go around the circle. What are you working on? Do you have any impediments? Which means, is there anything that you're working on that you cannot continue to work on until myself or command can assist? Or you need people on whatever you're working on, you know? So a little bit of a round table. Start with the left Kingsman.
Hello, everyone. My name's State Marshal Kingsman 016. Lovely to be here. Now, what I'm currently working on, I am waiting, as you well know, Director, waiting on you to kind of give the go-ahead on that particular one. Then we can release that. That's one thing that I've worked on.
Kingsman, can you speak up? Sorry.
That better?
Yeah, much better. I heard you. You were just a bit quiet.
Ah, okay, beautiful. I'm on that. I'm going to start following. I would love to start following and keeping an eye on the news crew as well. They're a big magnet for a lot of politics and bullshit around here. Working on them, obviously, with regarding the faceless. Zenith, the Nexus kind of things. I'm kind of waiting for Marshal Snow to be around so I can confer with him, all that sort of good stuff to go with that. But mainly I want to concentrate on Saturdays and Sundays. I concentrate on my paperwork, catch up on all that sort of good stuff. Throughout the week, I just kind of react to what we got. But those are my two main underlying operations at the moment. Any questions for anyone?
Anybody?
I noticed this is more so just
I haven't actually looked at this yet.
So when I did your dailies, I discovered that bullet. It came back to incidents of numerous other power plant disturbances.
Yes.
Yeah. I just wanted to put a pin in that to see whether you'd noticed it or not.
I do notice a lot of casings all around there. The last ones I did, last two visits, come back to the same scenario. It's almost like they're not being cleared up properly. Yeah, so that's the whole thing. This is why I don't kind of go too mad with it. But yeah, as you know, Val, when you kindly did my dailies yesterday, it could be nothing. Something always crops up. I do recommend everyone to do that if you can. Just take your time, make kind of like grab the GPS and just kind of go around, do some dailies. I've got to add some more to mine. Obla's given me a couple of points as well, which is great to go and look at. But I mainly don't cover the northern part of the state. That's probably my next point of origins on my dailies.
Okay, good shit. Does everyone here know what the dailies are? Could you share that?
Yeah, okay.
Even this is pretty new to me as well, so I find that useful.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, I like this idea.
It's good.
Kingsman,
Okay,
what are the dailies?
So the dailies are, ladies and gentlemen, is when you wake up, it's a checklist of what to do. Because there's times when I've kind of gotten duty on LSPD and people are running about and they're fucking about. They ain't got a clue what they're doing. So report number 40730. That's 40730.
40730. All right.
Yes. This is ever evolving, work in progress. So these are basically my dailies of my checklist of what I do. As you can see, the daily checks, everything on there. I kind of started doing this after we lost Manoe. So on there is a checklist. I can click off each one of them as I go through. Check reports to MDT, loadout, check in with HC, so on and so forth. You can read it all down there. Yeah, again, it's all ever evolving. If at some point you do not hear from me, you can go onto this and see where I've been and where I'm going to. So you can kind of put two and two together, see what's going on. As you can see at the bottom, I've got a timeline of instances and things that I've found. Obviously, Marshal Vale, she's added her little part on there from yesterday. Loads of things. You just add it to it. Then once you've kind of added to this... then you do an actual proper report. So these help me keep proactive. Huge thing, because as we all know, sometimes even during the mornings, it's not a great deal to kind of get on with doing. But if you've got your own dailies, it'll be golden. Any questions on this?
I think it is worth. I'm gonna kind of challenge you a little bit. That after Tsunami kicks off, these dailies in and of themselves may result in. I think Vale got a taste of it 2 days ago. The shit's gonna start popping off, right?
Yeah.
And I like how these dailies are sort of encouraging patrol, looking places we normally wouldn't. And upon doing so, God knows what we may end up finding. You know,
on one of these, I found codes in Russians for a camera.
Yeah, I read that. It's diabolically bad Russian, by the way.
Is it? Don't know. Never done it. I just kind of translated
it's horrific.
But things like that, you pick up and you find. But as the director rightly says, sometimes you're not going to have a chance to do them. But again, that's the whole point of these, is to be proactive with your time. So your time is always going to be filled up. Again, sometimes it might not be. So there we go. Go through your dailies.
Okay. Good shit. How do you expand these, or like, do you kind of come up with these on your own accord?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I'll fuck with that.
I'm looking at kind of like this is why I've got nothing to do with Pluto. So obviously we know Grapeseed, Main Street. I need to add that to that because we know what's going on down there. So that's kind of what happens. It's a work in progress, ever evolving. At some point, I'll probably have about 20 dailies to kind of do, which you do what you kind of do. Do you know what I mean? So you kind of like whip through them, all that sort of stuff. Especially the power station. The power station holds so much information that's just unusual. And you pick up little vibes from it as well.
Not to interrupt you, Kingsman, but I think this is important. I received from a source of mine on how to disrupt the entire power plant, specifically for the Archivist investigation, just in case we had to, as a final last-ditch effort. Would you like me to send you that information?
Yes, please. And I believe that could be a good kind of little outing for us as a team outing, to little look at that. That'd be kind of good.
I have detailed maps, what to do, what to use. Obviously, that's thermite, and we should not use that unless absolutely necessary, and obviously we don't have any. I will move that report to a state marshal report.
Outstanding. Appreciate that. That'd be good.
Stand by. Or the MDT decides to crash. I'll let you know. Just give me a couple minutes, please.
Yeah, no, all good. Yeah, that's kind of like, that's the whole point of these dailies, just to kind of be proactive, not kind of get in a stagnant way of working. Any other questions?
Okay. All right. Thank you. Vil?
I discovered Ian Crawford, I guess. By happenstance. Didn't really know the relevance of the vehicles that I saw, but I guess you and Maeve and so on and so forth kind of got it from me just 3-1-ing. So a member of Darkstone was reported missing, I guess, question mark. Because I kind of got the brief, myself and Kingsman got the brief to kind of split and go, you know, searching around. I started picking over, went up the west coast of the island. Kind of
Yo, Mark,
you might find a body. Assumedly that this guy has been disappeared and then disappeared. Sort of got most of the way at the west coast and then got to the nudist camp. Found a couple of identical black sultans. I let the team know, and then I fell off my bike. But upon falling off my bike, everyone else had kind of arrived and swept in and saved the guy that disappeared. Good timing. at the direction of the director, I've been producing a guidance for scene leaders, so guidance for like patrol scene lead, not necessarily so much for us, but for the departments. Waiting for a review on that one from Knight and Blunt and etc. And also the foundation of a mechanism for us to pull LSPD and BCSO officers and marshals to an extent, but it's more so to pull LSPD and BCSO officers into state situations with some kind of structure and formatting and like an opt-in attitude. So like responding to super long, state level threat situations where it can be dynamic and go from here to there to pillar to post and, go through intense moments and then maybe like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour of, okay, we don't know what the fuck is happening. Provisionally, that'll be named Crisis Response Officer.
Oh my God, Damon.
And it's essentially just people who've said, yep, if you need me, call me. It's not a cert, it's not a shiny badge or anything like that. But it's just, hey, yeah, this person is willing to help. Also waiting for a review on that one. Yesterday, myself and McAllister responded to, we got asked to assist with there was a vehicle transport being brought down from Polito for export. It was 2 Tyruses or X80s or some high-end sports car. They were held up on the freeway in short order by a shitload of high-speed vehicles. Hello, Blunt.
Morning.
Morning, Blunt.
Morning, Blunt.
Those high-speed vehicles held up the transport, took the vehicles and disappeared. We managed to get 1 out of 2 of them, and that vehicle was stolen by the Hounds. I interviewed the leader of the Hounds, Sean McQuillan. Didn't get too much information out of him. He just threatened me a little bit, said that he'd threatened Snow in the past. There is a full transcript of that available. It's a state marshal report, I believe. Hold on, let me double check, because I might have made it a private report until I was done with it. No, it's a state marshal report, 42530. There's a recorded 42530. There's recording, and there is also a transcript of, it's like a 20-minute interview. Did that yesterday. Oh, the Hydrosat got bombed. This morning, myself and Ruth responded to that, or started going to it, and I think that will lead on to what Flores and Harris are going to talk about, I guess, because it may all be linked, speculatively linked. So I'll leave that to them to discuss. But yeah, the houses of Oakley, Stallion, and Juan Carlos Hernandez have been blown up.
Wait, blown up?
Oh yeah, there was like the walls are blown in. There's rubble everywhere. Ruth made a report about it this morning.
Harris, you had mentioned something. If you want to share.
Yeah. Do you want me to wait for my go or?
I mean, I'd say now just because it's kind of relevant.
Okay, so me and Flores were waiting for Knight when Knight got a little boo-boo riding with local law enforcement. Then did Ember came to us, didn't she, Flores?
It was blown up?
Yeah, she pulled up to say hi, bit of Chinmay, bit of Nata, bit of Swedish custom, you know how it is. And then from there, she said, oh, have you heard about Hydra? And me and Flores are like, no, we've not heard about Hydra. She goes, oh, they were robbed. And we were like, oh, where are they now? Yeah, apparently they were robbed. I think it was 8 mil was the number, wasn't it?
That's what she said, yeah.
Yeah, they were robbed of 8 million. Unknown who, what, where, how. We asked, oh, who is it? Who is it? She said, oh, you got to guess. So it was like a game. Turns out I'm not very good at games. And she just went, maybe, maybe. And then was like, well, was it the police? Flores said. And she said, no, but it might as well have been with how much was taken. And she essentially was alluding that she was somewhat involved or knowledge in. Whether or not she was involved or whether this word has spread quickly across the criminal empire of Los Santos, we'll never know. But, however, there will be a video being published TVC soon. She said maybe tonight, maybe in the next few days. But we have asked for a delivery copy to be delivered to the San Andreas State Marshal's office in Davis. That does later also tie into the fact that Brandy Lynn responded to a call for a robbery, which is referenced in the report, of that Juan Carlos Hernandez, aka known as Flippy, had his warehouse broken into. And yeah, now that is a further establishment of the fact the houses are blown up, so I'm gonna look further into that.
Yeah, I don't think I don't remember. Let me go through. I'm not sure whether I took a photo of it.
I saw a brief report. Sorry.
I don't know whether I took a photo of it, but there was a tweet by Chatterbox standing outside the warehouse of the relevant warehouse.
Oh shit.
I think I was with you, Knight. I think I was with you. Was I with you? I can't remember. But there was a tweet from Chatterbox that was like, it was like fuck Flippy or fuck Hydra or something like that, and it was him just standing outside this warehouse, the big house or whatever it is. I said, I don't know what that is, and then I was with someone from Sassam, and they were like, yeah, Hydra warehouse.
Yeah, didn't you say like the big house?
Yeah, it's like blue and yellow.
Yeah, it says big house, if that's the one I'm thinking of. Because the report says
was it Snow? It might have been Snow.
What's the street name mentioned in the report, Harris? Autopia Parkway?
Yes, Autopia.
Yeah,
Autopia Exception.
That's where the big house is.
Then Frank Skinner said he believes a warehouse is being robbed at Autopia Parkway. That might be worth getting Frank for a conversation about it. Not a Mirandize one.
News team again, eh?
You know what I mean, Kingsman?
Just so I can kind of recap what I'm hearing here. There has been Clowns and Hydra back and forth. Obviously, some of the situations from last week, just for context, they had kidnapped and held each other separately multiple occasions. That came to a standstill, eventually leading to Sassam and Co. Saving a bunch of Hydra from Grapeseed. Subsequently, Hydra shooting a bunch of clowns, all of which ended with them giving each other their previously kidnapped folks. Clowns the next day joined New Babylon. Then Chatterbox gets exiled within about 48 hours after doing a bunch of shit. And then now it looks like a Hydra house has been bombed, but separately someone raided Hydra's gang warehouse, ? Is this all sound about right?
Yeah, so Ruth tried to speak to Flippy and say what happened, and he was like, I'm just going to speak to Snow about it. I won't speak to anyone else about it, but fuck around and find out, I guess. And he was referring to himself, she believes. So he fucked around and then he found out. But he wouldn't illuminate it any more than that. To kind of round mine off, if we've got nothing more on that point, to round mine off, because you just reminded me, Director. New Babylon has a bounty board, of which there is also a report. It's made by me. You can find it. I am at the top of that bounty board, with a price on my head. A price on my head of 20 Babylari, which Chris Watt told me today is about 400k.
Oh damn.
Yeah, one Babylari is one piece of one kind of gold bar, isn't it?
Yeah, well, how much is a gold bar?
So
what you just said, about 20k, I think.
I want to shed some light on this. While they are in conflict with the clowns, and I could imagine them getting a bomb. It is strange for Flippy to only want to speak to Snow about it. I think it is more reasonable that this is a different entity, and if I were to go on a limb here, I would say it's possible that it's Zenith. Context, Snow is leading up the Zenith investigation, and Zenith does do shit to others, so is there there's nothing else about the bombing?
No, we couldn't really get much information.
Okay.
Ruth did get casings from the rooftops, but we didn't spend too much time asking more questions because tangentially
There's
but unrelated.
casings.
Yeah, on the rooftops. Ruth collected it. It's in Ruth's report.
Okay.
Tangentially but unrelated, there was a cuffed suspect that had something to do with local PD, and we had left because we felt that there was potentially some concern that they would bring that cuffed suspect back and ask us to uncuff the suspect because they had already said, hey, can you uncuff someone for us? Obviously, I was listening to the main frequency at the same time. Ruth was not. And on main frequency, they were talking about Hydra having just taken a cuffed suspect from custody. So we kind of scarpered because we didn't want to be, manipulated or coerced into doing anything. So we just fucked off.
I'm presuming that it's Ruth that put this statement at the top that says if any evidence in this report comes back to a weapon.
Ruth. Yeah.
That is, I want y'all to kind of mentally note how this is a very smart thing she did. It's rather non-standard to the unfortunate training that has been done over the last 3 years. If we as marshals, or quite frankly, any investigator believes that a incident, a scene, etc., is likely tying back to something bigger, putting this line in there is important because people will robotically charge criminal use, and then it's like, well, turns out it's terrorism, but now that entire case is Reposo. This is further even more relevant as recent changes to the due process legislation, of which I later got clarity from Angel for, is that according to what is written, though I would like to see some more clarity in the legislation itself, is that if there is a pattern, regardless of how much time has elapsed in between incidents, it can be tied to it can be added into evidence for like a hag, right? Or whatever it might be. We were initially under the perception that so in other words, let's say this is terrorism, right? Zenith related, pure hypothetical. But the initial incident tying to this was from 2 months ago. Theoretically, you can tie those two things together and press charges based on it. Now, this is not me saying, let's make this a standard, but something to keep in the back of your minds, right? Is, all right.
Does anyone have any questions for any of my stuff?
Yeah.
No.
I have.
Okay.
So, are you stuck in with the name Crow, or are you gonna go with something else?
Well, I think like CRO, Crisis Response Officer, Blackbirds. It kind of it's not.
So not Fubar, then, no.
No, I don't want any of the. Yours were off the wall. Your suggestions, they were right out there. Yeah.
I think outside the box.
Crows are on the way, blackbirds are on the way. I think that's kind of cool. It's like distinct, and it's anyone that hears it is gonna be like, oh, I know what that is.
All good. As I said, if you need any help with anything else, I'm more than welcome to give you a hand on that.
Sure. I can send you the report if you like. Take a look at it.
I think I've already got it.
Did I already send it to you? I think I did, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
God, thank you very much.
Group of codes becomes a murder. Oh shit. All right, easy. I kind of want to speed this up just a little bit, so we have ample time for everyone.
Oh, did you guys want me to go now?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, easy. Real quick, just before I start, director, do you want me to talk about Charlie?
Yes, please.
Easy done. All right.
Running out the room.
Hi. No.
I'm gonna go chat with Harris. I'm gonna go chat with Harris. Be a minute.
Damn
Be a minute.
it.
Be a minute.
Every time.
Afraid of Charlie.
Yeah, they're always super afraid of anything faceless related. That's crazy.
I don't know. I just feel like I can't be in that room. Like,
Yeah.
Gentlemen, back in the room. Come on. Hey, back in the
I
room.
will
Yeah,
tell
don't be
them
scared.
if they
Back
need
in
to
the room.
leave.
Come on, guys. Don't be scared. Come on in here.
I mean, I sat here and I
Yeah,
listened
no.
to that
Give me a
little bit
second.
about Xanax.
I'm gonna have
I
that.
fucking hate
I'm
racism.
gonna have that conversation real quick.
So do I.
Hey, both of you, back in there. Come on.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Listen, you guys have more than enough tools on your soundboards that you use. If you really don't want to listen to something, let's not over dramatic size. Being contagious to shit, because eventually it starts to get a little cringe, right? I'm being very direct about it, right?
Yeah, you good.
So, all right. Y'all got to learn to navigate, right? It's part of your job.
Ah!
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, something just blew up. All right, may I continue?
Yeah.
Or are we looking at the explosion first?
All right. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Yeah, easy, cool. Well, okay. First off, Director Knight, you asked me to perform the Ian Crawford subpoena.
Oh, actually, if I may, when you say about Charlie, is it just the Ian stuff?
No, I was going to go more into the enemy of the state petition. Did you want me to go into the other stuff as well?
Yeah, please. Okay.
Easy. Well,
well, actually, this just Charlie's subpoena, right?
I wasn't going into the thing that I wrote for Charlie. I was going into the thing that I wrote about. Well, okay. I was going to go into Ruth's thing, and did you want me to go into the other things that I discovered from that subpoena or not?
Just high level. I mean, look, and this is kind of to reestablish. This is a good opportunity for all to kind of share a surface level of what's going on. So, if that's something you're working on, by all means. Yep.
All right. Well, I'll only share surface level things from that then. Okay. So, Ian Crawford, there's a subpoena that's currently being written for his phone numbers. It was mentioned in the reports that were created as per Vale and Knight the other day. He was a little, how would you describe him, Director?
They will. Ian sounded very skittish. If I may, show of hands who knows who Ian Crawford is.
Raise his hand.
He was that
All
person
right.
we were tailing.
Oh, okay.
Well, if you'd like, I can go into Ian Crawford as well.
Give me a second. Reducing down to 30 seconds. All right, here we go. We work with Darkstone. We also investigate Faceless. Darkstone, our primary contact is Delta 1. Faceless, their most well-known individuals is Mr. Blue and Charlie, right? Darkstone transports all kinds of equipment, sometimes military, sometimes otherwise. They don't always tell us what the fuck it is that they're doing. It's just the circumstances that were the cards that were dealt. About a month ago, the Darkstone logistics team, specifically Wilson, help me here, McAllister. What is it? Wilson.
Wilson King.
Wilson King. Yeah. was targeted by faceless assets. Not once, but twice. First time he was shot up, they tried to kidnap him. He was saved. He was then interviewed over here, down at Sassam. He was then let back off at his office. He was then held up within 10 minutes, so quickly that I was still on scene. He was then shot in the face after being interrogated on scene. We couldn't listen in on it, couldn't get units there quick enough to do something about it. Motherfuckers went to jail for it. A month later, which is a couple days ago, he is picked up again by faceless assets, again by a Brandon Valentino. This individual, Ian Crawford, was Wilson's boss. He sat right here bullshitting us about what he told Brandon and co. We know it's bullshit, not only because of his demeanor, but his claim was that he was being interrogated about FIB agents and number 2, uplink devices. Those uplink devices are the same thing that Wilson was interrogated on. And then boom, warrant comes in. Go ahead, McAllister.
All right. Yes, we are currently attempting to subpoena his phone records, as Ian Crawford's statements didn't really make much sense. After his interrogations, that being 2, I believe, from what Kingsman was saying earlier, he then, more or less partook in a phone call in which he said several suspicious sounding things. You can either see those in the subpoena or in report 42510 if you want to follow along. He then stole a car from the timeline events of which I'm trying to follow. And from there, we were able to get his phone number, which we are now utilizing in the subpoena.
Yeah.
Well, for that, I do currently have a few blockages. I need everyone who attached to that incident and the associated report, both the interrogation and the incident itself where he stole the car, to attach their statements. There are no statements in there currently.
Wait, is it a different report? Because I 100% put a statement.
So it's joyriding 42485, and Mr. Crawford stalked. I believe you did, Val, for the stalking one. I don't have any statements in the joyriding report, and I'm currently missing the interrogation tapes. Right now, it's a little hard for me to write the subpoena, as I'd be more or less relying off of opinion, and
They should be up soon. Let me give me a second here. Let me give you a direct link. These are going to go up to onto YouTube, which, bit of a sidebar on that. I had a chat with the guy that, manages my my interrogation tapes, and he's going to have a Google form that anyone here in Sassam can utilize for backup requests. So you do an interrogation, you just put in, here's a link to the raw footage, start, end, person, blah, blah, blah.
Oh my God.
And they'll do all that.
That's so cool.
Yep.
I spent 2.5 hours yesterday transcribing. I was up until 6:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Transcribing my interview.
Ask me next time. I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I don't really want you guys to waste your time on that shit, and that's kind of why I brought someone like this in. Kingsman, what you did was fucking amazing.
That's kind of standard, sir, on there. So
listen, for you, it's very for you, that's way above standard based on how things normally are. Now, I love that. I really do. I also recognize the amount of effort it takes. I'm going to say this in the least cringiest way that I can, is that, we're all going to die one day here in San Andreas, and I don't want y'all spending time on doing things that are exceedingly effort-inducing unless you yourself feel like you want to go and above and beyond. And so to sort of assist in that, because I know most of us here think in green instead of purple nowadays, and as a consequence, our records are only kept for 30 days, I've sort of brought this individual in to alleviate some of that stress, right?
Understood.
I want y'all spending your time investigating, looking into things, getting your interrogations, and not being worried about like fucking editing videos and all that shit. Like, I don't want to do that. That's why I have them, right? And
Gotcha. Yeah, I totally understand. No problem.
so that being said, I will also look into seeing whether I can, what it would take to get it up to what you do, Kingsman, right? Everyone understand what I just said? I know I kind of knocking on a wall here saying it, but
I have no reference for what Kingsman has done. But other than that,
yeah.
you know, I get that.
I'm not 100% sure.
Stand by.
50%.
Stand by.
I have a YouTube editor and I have a guy on Discord that will take your, VODs and slice them up and upload them to YouTube on your behalf. Right?
Oh,
All right. Is that clear?
yes.
All right. He should have a form ready soon. I reference him as our
Perfect.
IT guy. Yep. One of our IT guys. Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was pretty clear. I just meant like more along the lines of like what Kingsman himself had done, like specifically to up the quality. I was a little confused on that part.
I'll send you a text with the report number. I'm just finding.
Fantastic. Thank you. Yeah.
Is it the ICU one? The recent one.
Yeah, I tried.
It's under Marshall Theta, so
He, I can verbalize it. So he extracted the audio, and then the video transcribes the entire interrogation tape, like as it's happening. So with the SASM logo in the background.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
did that at
that's-
one point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was gonna do that for this one, but then I didn't
well, look,
quite do that.
basically, it's the end game. It's the end goal. So what matters? It doesn't matter how we get there. We just need it in the reports. So it doesn't matter if it looks pretty or not. It's gonna do the same job.
Yep. When the form's ready, I'll send it out before usage so you guys can review. It's very simple, and there'll probably be a little knob on there for, noting whether it's whether put up. Everyone in SASM should be able to see it, but so can the rest of the world, even though they shouldn't be. But for extra security, if you want something unlisted, we'll have an option on there as well. But feedback will be very important once the form is out. All right, easy.
Fantastic. Well then I'll continue.
Yep.
Harris, how you feeling there, mate?
Yeah, fine.
Fantastic. Obviously, we have the Raymond Romanov appeal tomorrow. I'm not going to go too much over that. I mean, it's pretty start and stop. All the evidence is already up on the docket. If you guys want to come watch, come watch. I should be finishing up my preparations for it today.
I bet you're going to get smoked.
Maybe. We'll see. After that...
Yo,
I'm going to be
Rocks!
putting out a whole bunch
Actually,
of phone numbers up on the
Rocks,
subpoena tool,
we
right?
don't have the
These will
interrogation
explicitly
for,
be mentioned as needing to contact myself,
Ian.
Knight, or Ruth.
Give me, please.
TLDR, these numbers.
I think
are
it's
closely
2 days
associated
ago,
with Charlie, without me
Thursday.
going too far into depth on it. If you see these pop up in any one of your subpoenas, please contact one of us.
Can I asterisk real quick?
What's
I
up?
need guidance on how to word/frame a subpoena because I want to subpoena McQuillan for the recent thing.
Oh, I
Sorry,
mean,
just wanted to asterisk real quick.
yeah, I mean, if you want to go over it after this, I can definitely help out with that one. I mean, I was there for the whole truck thing, so
Yes, please.
yeah, easy. I got you. I feel like there was other stuff, but I am blanking on the rest of it right now. Obviously, Faceless is still doing Faceless stuff. If they do something crazy, I guess let me know. I haven't seen them at the Echelon too much recently. But if you guys want to keep patrolling around that area in the same fashion that McNulty used to, I mean, maybe not to the same level of aggression, but, that would be greatly appreciated. Just let me know if anything happens, and I will be there. Does anyone need anything from me? Before I stop talking here.
No,
good.
this is
Cool.
fantastic. Yeah. Key points here. FIB, faceless. They're interested in FIB related things. They're very interested in Darkstone's uplinks. Why, whatever, no one here, including myself, has answers to it. And so if you see something, say something. If something looks strange, make note of it. Obviously, if you see activity at like the FIB building or something like that, don't go running in, right? If you don't got the context, but like definitely like, you know, like alert, right? Make note. It's kind of how it's a very interesting space. Hobbler? Oh, wait.
Yes. sir.
Harris, actually.
Me and him look vastly different, sir. Anyway, all
You
right,
look kind of
so
similar. I'm gonna be real.
Oh, really?
I got eyebrows.
Well, I mean, like, let's say he had your hairstyle, you know, I think he would be a bit of a match.
Uh,
I see it. I see it.
Listen, Harris, bald is beautiful, all right?
is he bald becoming? Hold on, for the room. Is he bald by choice?
Yeah, I am bald by choice. You know.
I used to have some hair.
I was initially. It just didn't,
Oh.
want to really come back, which is fine.
It's a side effect
I
of his
will
stack.
I will do it this way, I think.
39988.
Anyway, all right. So, current things. Me and Flores here, really, I guess, because we kind of talked about it. We haven't explicitly said we're in a relationship about it yet, but currently working on New
a lot.
Babylon and catching up on the administrative report that is going on with that, because there's a lot of undocumented things that have happened with Babylon, trying to paint a bit of a picture into where the aggression window has started to ramp up. Currently kind of going through the Babylon master list, making sure that's all correct, tracking down properties and trying to work out the movements of them because they have changed hands. In the back of my head, I'm also looking at the Lost under your direction, Brian, when you mentioned it the other day. It seems some of the shift recops are kind of already over the top of the Lost already, but still kind of bearing a bit of an interest in that. And then furthermore, there's this whole profiles thing with Hobbler, which has a Brian fix thing. I'm keen to get working on them, but I need the knight there to fix.
Okay. All right. Easy enough. Any questions for Harris here? All
If
right.
anyone has anything interesting New Babylon wise, please holler me, because I'm intrigued.
Like I said earlier on, I saw it was inevitable regarding New Babylon. They seem to be expanding, and like I said, they're outside of their compound walls, building one of them ugly-looking towers up on the southern ridge.
They're squatters.
Yeah, so something to keep an eye on. I'll just obviously want to make you aware. If they're doing it there, where else are they going to be doing it? Are they going to be just expanding it? Are they going to just casually lay stuff down? So, perhaps it's a point where we need to go up there regularly within reason, just to keep eyes on, because if they're putting new stuff up there, what's going to stop them from encroaching onto
I was just picking up. I was just kind of going through some reports earlier, and I noticed one that you were involved in, Knight. They blooded someone out. Tell me they're a gang without being a gang, honestly.
I don't think you get blood out of New Babylon. I think you get exiled, from my understanding.
Yeah. Yeah, this was the
Wait, who was it?
Benicio Delgado.
Oh, no. That
was a while ago. This is where I got to the point where I'm just catching up.
No, that's not what that was. That was, I'll give it TLDR, but if you want more details, we can get into it. That was...
Okay.
That was... Oh, no, that was an entirely separate shit show.
I'll come pick your brain about it at some point.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it had something to do with the old mayor, actually. What was her name? Princess Elena. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she still have a warrant?
She
Yeah.
does. She, I believe, went back to Narnia. All right. Next up.
Yeah, so for my stuff, in addition to working with Harris here on the stuff he just outlined, I'm continuing to try and trace Matthew Colby. We identified a new number of his and executed another wiretap on that. Blunt, I emailed you about this, but can we get an update on that from February 22nd onward?
Yeah. So now that's been signed, all you have to do is if you see a judge around, you can just ask them to pull it, or if there's no judges around, just at the judges in the PD, DOJ, SASM thing, and they can just directly fill that for you. You don't have to have command be a bottleneck for that.
Okay, so they don't have to look over the outlines of the subpoena since it's been signed?
Right. It's already been signed. They're just fulfilling an already signed subpoena.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, in that case, I'll get it filled then.
Easy. If you run into issues, hiccups, bumps, whatever, let me know and I'll jump in and deal with it.
All right. Appreciate it.
Easy.
Yeah, I mean, Matthew Colby's really hard to find, but we're still following all the paper trails and, scoping places out. So
I needed to get with you about this. What the fuck? What was it earlier on? Somebody told me. Was it you, Harris? Or was it McAllister? I don't remember. But there was something about New Babylon and the temp agency in Vespucci.
That was me.
That was you. Okay. Yes. And I said, whoop, whoop. There's a connection there. Yeah. So there's some elements of Babylon that are in contact with Colby, and Colby has been reported being in Vespucci. So should we pursue the temp agency, because that is in Vespucci, as a possible avenue of involvement with Colby?
Wait. The temp, is this?
Well.
This is like an everyone question. That temp agency, does that have anything to do with Benji Ramos?
Yes. Okay.
Yes,
yeah,
it does.
Yeah.
I have a couple reports about the temp agency at this point that I can explain during my turn. Or
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah, by all means. So the benefit of this kind of like powwow here is, once we break off, you know who to go to for who's got more info, right?
Sure.
So,
basically, I reported this to Harris because I was off duty at the time when this all began. I was invited into the temp agency because there was a post on the Yellow Pages for temporary employees, and I'm always trying to make some extra money legally on the side. So I joined, and they were acting really sketchy, and basically started talking about doing odd jobs, and then asked me if I was an officer, which I said I do work in law enforcement. And then they freaked out, had a sidebar. They told me they had a bunch of AKs in the building for some reason. And then he started to yell at his sidekick, known as Rami Oliver. And then they quickly escorted me out of the building. And they also told me that, possibly to report anything, like if we're investigating them or any law enforcement is investigating their business, which seemed a little bit sketchy to me. Seems to be pointing towards fraud potentially going on within the building. They had a bunch of chairs set up. They wore business suits with white shirts, and black ties. That was the dress code. And they're trying to do some kind of a organization for people that need work, apparently. but it's very strange. There was even a person who was there that had $10 million in his bank account, which he posted on Twitter. Forget his name, but they really were interested in having him join. So
Yeah.
it's potential fraud or manipulation going on.
It may be worth taking a look at some of Benji's old files, if interested.
Sure.
Quite specifically, this all comes down to how much runway there was, but a bunch of people, Benji included, were raided, right? Benji's entire infrastructure was taken away from him. But the thing that we did not tackle was the $15 to $20 million in government loans that he accrued. And by he, I mean the casino and related parties. Between time running out and just, other factors that did make him a thing. The reason I kind of highlight that is fraud and embezzlement is not new to them. It's something that they have been doing. And it is reasonable to assert that some of those millions may be from those past funds.
All right.
So.
Perfect. Yeah, I was going to start some sort of a investigation into them as far as just more surveillance, maybe UC involvement. But there's also another tie-in, which is sort of a secondary risk for the public. His sidekick or assistant, Rami Oliver, is displaying signs of some sort of a disease.
What the fuck? What the fuck are they doing, dude? Hearing this is so fucking funny.
I know this is all sounding really strange, sir, but
I mean, listen, I'm pretty sure Rami's the one that tried to plant a bomb outside Benji's house, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, he's acting very strange, and I also interviewed Hammerstein, the attorney, Esquire, who did confirm seeing alien life in New Babylon gambling with some strangely high amounts of luck. And basically, I have word from a good source that Rami was bit by this alien, and it may pose a potential health risk to the public here in San Andreas, so that might be another reason to look in.
Yeah. Is it the alien that Luciano's been fucking?
Yeah.
It's
Jesus.
Yes, something called Yog. I don't
Yeah.
have much information other than short figure, green.
Yeah.
uses
Yog
Trinity
is one of
lexicon.
a series of aliens that were in a series of saucers, of which attacked New Babylon months ago, and then relations began. And when I say relations, I say that in a very cutie font, as Luciano started to receive fellatio from one of them. There's photos of it. There should be a report. And then this later transpired into him making alien Luciano videos and selling it for Babylari.
Classic DiCenzo.
Yeah.
Is that under a business that could potentially be tax fraud?
This is that bit I think McNulty would have more information on, but I think that was like 2 months back. Is Zalandi thing is 7 months.
Roger that.
Yeah.
Well, I know that New Babylon's a sensitive topic right now, so I don't think we want to be anywhere near that with that alien life form, but
I wouldn't say that necessarily. Like kind of address the Babylon topic, and I had a good summary in my mind earlier today thinking on it. In San Andreas, we are going to deal with suspects that think in 2-hour time spans right? We're going to deal with individuals that, their memory sort of fades after a day. A New Babylon has very long-lasting memory, right? Things that occurred 3 weeks ago still matter to them individually or as a society, right? But even then, there's so many of them, it kind of depends, right? Where I'm going with this is, I think while I do agree that we need to be careful given the pattern behavior against them the last 2 months, some justified, maybe some others not. That should not prevent anyone in this room from conducting their investigations and aiming for arrests if deemed. However, we should be approaching those things with that other context in mind, right? If you need to, in other words, if you got to pull Luciano to ask him about his sex tapes, you should do so, right?
So is the alien a security threat to the state?
Well,
their alien ships, I think, were destroyed. Myself and Blunt crashed into one during a faceless mission, and a couple days later, I noticed the saucer was flat into the beach. So either it's because we oopsied into it, or something else took it out. So I know that doesn't directly.
Well, that's actually a
Does he have
very
rights?
high possibility, because I met these two people who are, they're like avid alien hunters that run some kind of a online forum.
You strike me as the man a part of that forum.
McAllister, check your email. I got the interviews right there.
Thank you.
But
Yep.
anyhow, they there's the temp agency is also somehow involved in that. It's because Rami Oliver was bitten by the alien. It's a whole thing that needs some eyes, I believe.
All right.
But the main crime would be the temp agency and potential fraud occurring.
Have they done any actual temp work? Have they done any? You know what? Yeah. Jeez, fucking Christ. You know what? Keep cooking on it there. All right.
Just for clarity, does the alien have rights?
Yes. So
what? Serious question.
That is a very fair question. Now I'm gonna give you the answer that I received from the state. Many moons ago, some of y'all might remember we were dealing with a zombie epidemic, of which was tied to some occurrences up in Polito, to which SASM went to go assist some of the individuals that created a community at the nudist colony to escape zombie hordes when the moon turned red. Yes, these things happened. We had a bunch of Vatican priests arrive in Sandy, and a handful of marshals went to, escort them around, light business, right? Until the fucking priests started fucking pulling out class 2s. So the question began, well, are these guys even citizens? Because they're from the Vatican. The conclusion is as follows. If they are an individual by virtue of their... Someone will have found him and gave him a citizen ID card and a dual, triple, quadruple, extra, terrestrial...
Visa?
Citizenship, yeah. So, yeah.
So
that's why he's having sex
that.
with them. He's trying to become a permanent citizen.
I understand that for the Vatican.
Trying to get his green card.
Are we sure that applies to non-human entities?
Well, that's it. You know what? Let the DOJ figure that out. You know what I mean? We treat them as we should, right? Could think about it from a law enforcement perspective, right? If he does a crime, we might be like, hey, the word. Okay, if he's not a citizen, that means we can literally fucking do whatever the fuck we want, right? If he is a citizen, that just means we give him more rights and let the DOJ decide if he's something else, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I think the concern here is just the ability that it has to bite somebody and potentially have them, turn green or have other side effects of, magnitude. But if he's safe, I mean, I would just think the only thing that we would do, if anything, would be have a medical person examine them.
let me be a little bit more like forward here. I've seen Yogg. I've seen him at fucking recent fair that they did like a week and a half ago. The guy, the alien, moves, communicates very similar to a human, and as such, he should be approached as such. If Yogg were among many other aliens that were coming in and flying saucers and we had reports of them attacking, I think I'd provide like different guidance. You know what I mean? So
10-4, so treat him as a civilian until the DOJ decides otherwise.
Correct.
10-4,
Yeah.
10-4.
I have a question.
I wouldn't hyper deep dive too much into it beyond that. Otherwise,
Yep.
you know.
So it's like a Ted situation.
Who's Ted?
I have an update.
Ooh.
I've secured the city, but mostly us, a production line for bull's milk. Bilk.
Huh?
What?
Ooh, bull's milk.
Is that a
okay?
hair product?
It's bilk.
You mean semen?
No.
Bilk.
No, it's not coom, it's bilk.
Milk
Yeah,
extracted
but
from
bulls. You know what?
No, you know how factory farming works, right? Where they like pump animals full of steroids and hormones and whatever to get the absolute like maximum amount of meat that they can possibly get out of an animal. Well, what happens when you take bulls who cannot produce
Lactate?
milk, right? Yeah, can't lactate. Well, what happens when you pump them full of hormones and growth hormone and everything else?
They start
end up
ejaculating.
growing udders, right? They end up growing udders, and then they're more productive. But because it's bulls and not cow's milk, the macros are just it blows cow's milk out the water. It's incredibly good for bulking, and I've secured us a source of bilk.
Hobbler, we
Right
gotta add that to your
now-
stack.
Right now, Jimenez is saying 20K a
those,
week, and he can get us 50 cartons of bilk. But I mean,
Wait, JJ?
Yeah, he runs the what's it called? The
Look, I'm gonna be real
the
with you.
Mexican restaurant.
Oh, whoa, hold up. Listen.
Yeah, it's Taco Suya.
Listen, JJ.
Right? So it's
I am less likely to touch that because I am telling you right now that's gonna be a semen.
He's not gonna fuck with the food.
He
I
is.
already told him who to contact in the farm up there on Sonora Road.
Bilk
He knows
by
he's got it
JJ
already.
sounds like a bottle of
Oh,
semen,
God.
like a
Yeah,
jar
I
of
don't know
semen.
about
Definitely a plate of
It's not.
potatoes.
It's
I
not.
can tell you myself,
Okay.
taking Tren, I'm not any sort of aromatization to that.
You know what?
degree, but
You know what? I'm willing to give it a shot. It's just, I'm very hesitant here.
It's not coom.
Okay.
Stephanie is watching.
We should give it to Sama first.
No, 100%. It is
Yeah,
not
we should
coom.
give it to Sama.
First, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, I have a question. Do we need to quarantine Luciano?
We should.
No, I mean,
can.
listen, if it was something to do with that, it was that event took place like 2 months ago. You
I
know
feel
what
like
mean?
his chest would have already burst.
Oh, I see where
Okay,
you're
but what if
going
he
with
has, like a
this.
super secret space STD.
Well, I did put it towards Hubler earlier on today. We could be looking at a potential District 9 event. You know,
I feel like you'd be a good guy in District 9. Kingsman.
Thank you very
let's
much appreciate it.
Sparks, do you want to go next?
Sure. In collaboration with BCSO, Lieutenant Wolf and I have been working on updating the PD-wide gang dossiers. Wayne is also working on them. We did a debrief with Wayne last night. TLDR, he's very excited to work on them. He's doing incredible work. I'm really proud of the efforts that he's been putting in. That being said, as far as the archivist is concerned, they've been kind of low and quiet. But we do believe there are connections between other individuals and groups, information pending from those investigators. That's it.
Okay, easy.
All right. Well, I am working on what I've mentioned, plus the criminal profile format.
Toledo.
Going to be touching that up, along with the SOP's audit and suggestions. And also, do you remember that 911 call about that lady who was accessing the government systems and whatnot? I forget her name. What was it?
Samantha Sanders.
Samantha's, yeah, that one attorney, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm probably going to go ahead and push that charge forward because I found a bunch of old government documents from about 6 or 7 years ago on there.
Wait, where, what are we talking about? Sorry?
You remember that you and Blunt and I responded to those 911 calls about the hack into the government system?
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I just finished up with the warrant and going through all the documents, and it's looking like there were a lot of government documents on there, given they were fairly old documents, but they were accessed from the government database.
I don't want us to go.
Database.
I would not go deep into that. I don't want us to get into the realm of. I wouldn't go that deep into that, to be honest.
All right.
Yeah. 6 years ago, government collapsed. Where are the documents located? It sounds like a whole lot of shit that I don't want us trying to interpret, or anyone outside of here.
It could be FOIA'd. Most of it was involving her, I believe, but just the fact that she, accessed it in the way
I
she
get the
accessed it. But if you don't,
Yeah, I get the principle of it, but I want you to, I think it's always important for us to see, like, okay, well, we're doing this thing now, but 5 moves down the line, what's that going to look like? And 5 moons down the line sounds like a court case, and we're like talking about external government systems and this, that, and the third. It's one of those things that might make sense to a few people and be very confusing to the rest, right?
I agree. Maybe if there's more of a pattern in the future, we can.
Yeah, if it starts to migrate, say, into current systems and current documents, right?
I agree.
Yeah. Okay, easy enough.
That's all I'm working on, sir.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, mine's whenever Hodler's finished.
I am finished at this time.
Thank you, Hodler. Sir, permission to open a new division within SASM?
Come on duty more often, then we'll talk. Yep.
I have an update.
Yeah, go for it. But I still want to hear, though. I still want to hear what the division is.
It would be the PIB.
The Polito Investigative Bureau?
No, the people in black to investigate extraterrestrial threats to the state of San Andreas.
Oh, you know what? Okay.
Oh, gender inclusive. Look at that. Wow.
I've got it in hand.
I don't think we need a unit for it. But you know what? Fuck it. Let's see what you can.
If you want to take a stab at some extraterrestrial SOPs, I would love to take a look at that.
I have that on there, actually. I have them all categorized and everything. It was asked about me about 2 months ago. I can tell you the report number.
Oh, yes, please. I'll attach it to my...
Hold on.
I have an update. While you're looking for that report number, I have an update.
39528. 39528. 39528.
39528. If we agree to 25 combos a day from Takusuya, we can get bilk.
Can I?
How much milk?
I don't want that in my fridge.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I want some strength building food into our diets because.
But you never guess what's good for strength building.
Cook you guys up.
Well, you would think so, but Takasuya for some reason gets a lot of fish ingredients in their meals.
Bilk.
Sir, I
really
since
don't
I had
want
my
milk.
accident.
It's really good. Try it.
Testosterone and Anavar and Tren are available over the counter, actually.
There's a whole bunch of tests in bilk.
So the bilk, is it like a meal replacement?
Father, why don't you step into the other room and take that jacket off and show us, how.
Oh,
how
have you
your
been
stack's doing,
injecting?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Testosterone.
Yeah.
It's
Well, it's
lovely.
changing.
All right.
Blunt, do you have anything?
Mainly been dealing with interdepartmental stuff and that investigation that I got questioned on and dealing with that.
Wait, what?
The Carmine shit.
Oh yeah, he dropped that, by the way.
He did? Oh, okay.
Oh, very
Yeah, this is according to him. I think it took him a while to realize he was inherently conflicted, and it was.
I had a conversation with Ruby, and then Ruby had a conversation with him, and then this is now the first time I'm hearing he's dropped it, but I have a feeling that was based on the conversation I had with Ruby.
Oh,
Jeez,
interesting. Okay.
Yeah, their command structure was not aware of what was
so
happening.
gay. Holy shit. All right.
That's good. Okay, that's one less thing on my plate.
We were down here the other day, small.
I'm also
Look at these
preparing to
lads.
defend the audit of our legislation whenever Alice and Thomas decides to schedule it.
Do you need assistance on that, sir?
Oh, that.
Should be
I'm all
fine.
right,
I'll deal
thank
with
you.
it whenever it happens. I'm not too
All right,
stressed about
understood,
it.
sir.
They guarantee the highest quality ingredients if we do this deal.
As a kind of a high level on that, Blunt, and this is fine for everyone to hear, is when that does happen, I think we should collectively have a greater conversation internally, like in a setting like this, as to what their angle is and what it is that we want to be highlighting, right? And I say this preemptively in that hearing may be more than just defend this. It may be indirectly asking us what we wish to be. Does that make sense? Because it's such a odd. I say this in lieu of like, look at that damn legislation that was contested and what was brought up and what ultimately happened. Anything could go, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, is everyone aware of this audit that's occurring?
It's on the docket. It's Civil 37. If anybody
Is that of our legislation?
Yes.
Yeah. The TLDR is
God help us.
the brain dead notion of who watches the watchers, despite the fact that there's functions that already exist in our legislation that allows you to audit and blah, 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 blah. So it's unlikely to go anywhere. However, you never know. We've had cases where, you kick your feet hard enough, it starts to sound real, right? So. Okay.
On the flip
Easy.
side, just something interesting I've just spotted in reports. D was kidnapped by apparently Hydra members, and his badge, his taser, and ID were robbed from him by Hydra.
My money would have been on New Babylon. He's on their bounty board.
Oh.
Well, unless that's a bounty being collected.
Yeah, they're gonna
maybe.
collect it.
I mean,
All right.
if they're allowing outside organizations to fulfill bounties, is that not textbook organized crime?
That is.
Okay. Cool. Anyone got any impediments that we got to discuss? Otherwise, it's been longer than I wanted, but I think this is very good. You know what I mean? I want to give you guys an opportunity to pull each other aside for the shit y'all working on. All right.
Sure.
Nothing from me.
All right. Easy enough.
My marriage never existed.
Huh?
The judge never filed the paperwork. I originally was trying to get it annulled because Alan Key's name was spelled Keys and not Key. And then Danielson, and I quote, "Sir, fuck you. I hate when you're always like, right. Fuck you, Sparks." He never filed the paperwork, so my marriage never existed. So
Did you
Oh,
pay
sorry
for
about
it?
that, Spark?
no, Blunt did. So
Got a refund.
still gold star.
No, when you get a
It's an
sec, can you just
event.
brush over the profile thing, make sure you're happy.
Maybe we could do something.
It's kind of
Wait,
prejudice,
is it
Sparks,
the-
goddamn.
Is it
Yeah,
the
that's a joke. You're the only one that would know.
is this the same thing Hobbler's working on?
Yeah.
Okay. I
Brian
will
fix tag.
I will get to it when I get to it.
Appreciate you.
Oh yeah, that list that you were crafting, Harris.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah, okay.
You know what? Let's pull it up for everyone. What's the it's under random criminal?
No.
He has a
the-
report of like a leaderboard of all the.
It is report
criminals
42382. That is 42382.
Oh, these are the ones that will be updated when applicable.
Yes,
Mhm.
yeah. Do
Hey,
you want?
You know what? Good enough. You know what I mean? If there is anyone, and I would just share this with the room, context. Citizen people's profiles are fucking dog shit. People have been just using them like a MySpace like journal.
Yep.
And it is incredibly difficult for us to efficiently do our job when you pull up someone's profile and there's a bunch of horse shit in it. So the task that I have given both Hobbler and the Welsh guy, what's your name again?
Harris. Yeah.
Is to
Nice.
number one, and Hobbler's is doing this part of it, is come up with a format for the profiles that we can start applying to everyone that contains very concisely things like the phone numbers, the this, that, and the third, right? All the important shit, so that we can clean up everyone's profiles. Now, if you want to help Hobbler with this, feel free. The key with this profile is make it clean, make it easily legible, readable, and fit very neatly into a 1080 and 1440p MDT screen, right? So for those of y'all rocking those 4Ks and 8Ks, understand that some people have less, right? So no scrolly. It means that functionally anybody in law enforcement can pull up someone's profile and be like, boom, there's the phone number. Boom, there's the DNA. Boom, this one is empty, right? And just keep in mind, we don't have tables, right? We can't put
Yeah,
tables into these.
Who can
So-
actually assist in seeing if it fits all right within like normal vision?
I utilize like 5 different types of tablets and monitors throughout my normal day to day, with different resolutions. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 5. If you want to just start sending me profiles, email is going to be the best for that. I will just look at it, and I can let you know. I can do like a checklist of A, B, C, D, E.
Hell yeah.
All right.
That
can do
being
that.
said, is my profile too much? I put a couple notes on my profile. I don't know if that matters.
What's your state ID?
It's 5 digits. I know. I'm sorry. 11211.
Nice day idea though.
Yeah, it's nice. I guess.
This is definitely pretty clean. Yeah.
Okay,
so
so it's not too much. Okay.
No, yeah. I would recommend Hobbler, if not someone from here. Jenna is very good with formatting. So it may be worth reaching out to her too, because she might know some magic. because
Alright.
some color in here that can, how do I put this? When you look at this, I think color contracts would help from the data type, from the actual, gang affiliation being color coded something, right? But they're being placeholder text in white, right? She's very good with color stuff. I don't know how to explain this other than Jenna's a good resource to utilize.
Jenna Mustard.
Yeah, Jenna Mustard.
Affirm, sir.
Got it.
And it may
I'll run it by
require
her.
using an external tool to make it easy to get it all put into place, and then you pasta it in, right?
All right.
So,
You want to have food?
yeah, I got you. All right, awesome. Well, hey, good meeting, guys, and let's get out there. Or stick around if you're doing other things.
If you're
you know what I
interested in the
Flores.
PIB, let me know.
Yeah, Flores Kingsman. Let's talk.
mean? Hey, in regards to that PIB, just don't go super deep in it until you know that alien shit is actually kicking off, because it's
No, yeah, I was
probably
gonna
only
more
in
so,
New
like-
Babylon, right?
I was just gonna get
And-
people fitted for suits today, to be honest.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Yeah, we'll figure something out with the it'll be like a slow, in
Hey.
case of an emergency sort of.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Sounds good to me.
Harris.
Oh, what?
Ruth did install a bespoke MDT tag for yourself, myself, and some select other individuals.
Oh, what is it?
I don't know. You should open up your profile.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Nice.
Ruth did it.
All right.
Nice. I like it.
Yes.
Give me
It's important.
give me
to
like
know.
5:10, and then I'll be ready to meet up with you in record.
Yes, sir.